Today I'm doing something that you folks have been requesting for a super long time, and that is filling this tiny sketchbook right here. This sketchbook is probably like 2.5 inches by 1.5, something like that. Super, super small. We have been filling this thing together on my channel for over a year now, and a lot of this stuff that you will see is from those past videos. However, I'm an artist. I get excited. I get inspired. There was no way I could possibly only fill this on camera. There's no way. I got excited. I just needed to use it in my own time too. So you'll see a hodgepodge of things. Hodgepodge. Smodge. Hodgepodge. You'll see a slew of things. I don't know. You'll see a lot of art. First, we have to start with like the most satisfying part, opening this thing. Look how cute this is. If you don't know this yet, my sister-in-law Sheila makes tiny sketchbooks, and she actually made this. So I'm gonna link her shop below. It is called The Forest From Us to You on Etsy. If you're curious, I will link it below though. But her sketchbooks are phenomenal. I've been using them for years. I love them and I love her, so yeah. Okay, let's get started. This was the first one we did in this sketchbook, I think. Very impressionistic, as you can see, lots of different brush strokes. These are peaches. That is so weird. I just did a peach painting that was super similar to this. I think I actually used the same reference photo. The whole time I painted that, I was wondering like, why is this so familiar? And I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I've just been looking at a lot of peaches lately. No, I think it was because I had already had that reference photo and I used it once. The second page. First of all, if you're new here, let me just say, I am so glad you're here. Second of all, I'm a chaotic artist. Like, I'm a style hopper. I hop all over the place, including in my sketchbook, so I don't go in order. This is one of my most recent additions to my sketchbook, and it is on the second page. But look, you gotta put it where it fits when you don't go in order. Anyway, that's that page. I really like it. I actually did a painting. Wow, this is so weird. This video is already off to a weird start, but I did a painting. I blew this one up onto a canvas. In the same video, I did the peach. That is a coincidence too. What in the world? This painting here is probably one of my favorite ones in this sketchbook. And I think it's because I did this around the time I started exploring my own modern twist on Impressionism, which you see in a lot of my paintings now, especially my florals. But I was kind of doing like a little study here and messing around with acrylic gouache. No, that Hemi gouache. I pretty much only use that in my sketchbook, by the way. But yeah, this was so fun to do and just explore, feeling out my liking for color. And so I think I like this one because when I open my sketchbook, I just see a rainbow on a page. I mean, who doesn't like a splash of color? This one, okay, now we're getting to some stuff that you haven't seen. This little coffee mug here. I really like this sketchbook because it's small enough that I don't have to get super committed. I can just do doodles like this and it's fun. This is just one of my own coffee mugs, and then I made up the background and stuff. It's a nice cartoony thing. It would never be a sketchbook without an eye, right? Comment down below if you like, okay, this is kind of how I break my sketchbooks in. I feel like it does not feel like a sketchbook is mine until I draw an eye in it. I don't know. And it's usually when I'm testing an art supply, gotta draw an eye. I don't know. What is your, like, I'm testing an art supply comfort drawing that you repeat, or painting, whatever? Let me know. Mine would be an eye, at least for stuff that's not paint. I don't know.
Moving on.
I really enjoyed playing around with just ballpoint pen and doing really minimal doodles from time to time. Like if I'm working, replying to emails, need a breather, need to rest a second, a good doodle. We love a good doodle. And then here's a gouache ocean painting right next to it. Okay, the next one, I think I did it when I was in like a really weird mood, but I did this paintbrush. Oh, I did this when I was brainstorming something for my shop. Let me show you, hold on. So I just came out with these Daisy Artist Brush enamel pins. I think that idea may have been born from this doodle because I was sitting there in this like mood one night and then I drew this like, pretty sure we're all artists. And I want to put that phrase on a sticker because I think that would be cute. But yeah, I made an enamel pin kind of from that. I don't really remember how it came about, but I think that influenced it. Here's a Zentangle. This is one of the oldest sketches in this sketchbook. Every time I think of this sketchbook, I think of that Zentangle. Here is like a little swatch page. I thought about covering it multiple times, but I was like, this sketchbook needs to be genuine, and I did swatches, and they weren't always the prettiest, but I did them. Here's this cute little toadstool. You know what? I feel like I draw a lot of little toadstools too, so maybe that's my other comfort drawing. Don't know. But that is a hint for something that is coming in a future video. Okay, so the next one, this whole page just cracks me up. Oh my goodness. So I painted this cat, and he's like all serious in this suit. And then a couple months later, I came back and was like, oh, I have a blank page. And so I drew this pug who's like very opposite from this cat. And he's holding these treats. He doesn't have a suit. He's just chill, probably like couch potatoing. And he's like, hey, you want one? I don't know why, it's just so funny to me that they're both on the same page. I feel like as artists, we can stress ourselves out over sketchbooks, you know, whatever, filling it, completing it, having it be a certain aesthetic. I just say, who cares? Create because you want to. Create to make yourself laugh in your own sketchbook too. That's what I do. This is probably funny to like nobody else either, but oh well. This page here, oh my goodness. So I did this plain little landscape, and then I tested this mirror paint, and I came back to do these clouds. And oh, it was just so fun to move the page around and watch the little mirror clouds glisten. I feel like this is the most chaotic, high energy, weird sketchbook tour I've done in a long time. I actually haven't even done a sketchbook tour in a long time because I haven't been using my sketchbooks as much as I used to. Here is an ocean painting. This view is satisfying because this color matches my background. Whoa. This was fun. This was with gouache. I did a lot of that Hemi jelly gouache in this little sketchbook. Oh my goodness, this is another fun page. I was doing some things where I would go back through and draw like a related thing with ballpoint pen. So this Blubblefly I drew a long time ago. Fun stuff. Colored pencil Blubblefly right here. It's all happy and it's like, ooh, I don't know why it's doing that face, but that's what I made it do. This thing, it is scared. It is very scared. Or maybe this is scared of this. Maybe they're scared of each other. You guys can make up a backstory. I don't know. Okay, here's another little swatch page. I just kind of like swatch pages now. Cute little thing. I thought about making this a sticker a couple times. Never did. I would redraw it if I made it a sticker. This page here, oh my goodness. This is another one of my favorite pages in this entire sketchbook. I love moths. Here's a fun little bird landscape. And if you know me, I love board games. I love games. This entire painting makes me think of the board game Wingspan, which is my all-time favorite board game. Aside from Seven Wonders, I like a lot of games, but yeah. A couple of you folks have told me to play Everdell because I really like Wingspan. So it's like in my cart on Amazon right now, like my saved for later. So thank you for your recommendation. This page is just a fun little cutesy galaxy type thing with some sleeping stars. Another ocean page. Oh my goodness, this is the one. Okay, speaking of games, I was playing June's Journey. It's like an app, a game app. I'm not sponsored to say this, by the way. I really enjoy the game though, but I have worked with them in the past, and when I worked with them, I like hid keys all over this painting. I didn't even announce in that video how many keys I put on here, so I'm gonna count real quick. I hid 7 keys within this little painting here. 7, and then a bunch of them within that video. That was a really fun project. I really enjoyed this. See, this key here is like almost invisible because when it dried way lighter than I expected, but there's a key here, 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 and here. Oh, and one right there. This page here was so fun. Okay, this is where I get really into sketchbooks because this is my place. I can just draw or paint dripping paint on a page and like nobody can really say anything about it because I did this for whatever to relax, and it was good. I don't know. I don't know if that inspires you to do the same, but you can just relax and do what you want in your sketchbook. Okay, this page here was really fun. I drew a little heart in the roots and then like hearts everywhere. I don't even remember what I was thinking when I drew that, but I enjoyed it. This painting here is from some leftover paint on a palette from a recent painting. I was just trying to use up what was still wet on the palette, and I thought that was fun. Kind of reminds me of a racetrack with like little go-karts. You ever go to one of those places? And little plants. I've been really into gingham and checkered patterns lately, so I was just playing around with that. These, I actually used these Art X markers. I've been really into those lately, so I did that for these pages. Okay, this was a really fun page. I tried to do like a limited color palette thing and make the pages kind of relate to each other. Just fun little doodles. That's it. This one, very similar, simple stuff. And then this page, I was gonna write, okay, we can complete this together. I know I finished this way before July 11th. That is the date I'm filming this video. Yay, it's done. So that's the sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a really simple video, you know, just a lot of doodles. But this was really fun because I feel like this is a you and me type sketchbook. A lot of the art that is in this sketchbook, we did it together in previous videos. There is a lot of stuff I did on my own time too, but it still feels special because I think this sketchbook really involved you folks. If you're working through a sketchbook, I just want to say you don't have to finish it. I don't finish all my sketchbooks anymore. I actually haven't finished a sketchbook in a really long time. And that's okay. That's really okay. Anyway, thanks for hanging out and watching this fun little chit-chatty video. I will link all of the previous videos below if you would like to see this. I can also put some sketchbook idea videos down below if that interests you. I do a lot of those and I'm starting to do more of them again, so I will link some below if you're looking for inspiration. Have a beautiful day. Bye.